Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Grade 3 in this science class. We will continue our part 2 of the chapter number 7, electricity. And inshallah, we will complete this chapter in this class. In today's class, following topics will be discussed: the electrical conductors and electrical insulators, the using of electricity safely, and the uses of switches, motors, and buzzers. To set up an electric circuit, following materials are required, as you can see in the first picture. So the bulb will light up. This is known as circuit tester. And if you replace metal coin with the following objects, some objects will allow the bulb to light up and some does not, because some objects can pass the electricity through them and some does not. If in the electric circuit the bulb lights up, it means that the object is made up of a material that allows the electric current to flow through them, and such material which allow an electric current to flow through it easily is known as the electrical conductors. And the metals such as iron, copper, aluminium, these are the good electrical conductors. Here is a picture of the electrical wire, which is made up of a copper, and copper is very good electrical conductor. Materials that does not allow an electric current to flow through it easily is known as electrical insulators. Generally non-metals such as rubber, wood, paper, plastic and glass, these are known as the electrical insulators. In the first picture you can see when rubber band is connected to the circuit, the bulb does not lights up. It means rubber band is an electrical insulator. And in the second picture you can see it's a graphite which is present in the pencil lead. Pencil lead is made up of graphite and it's a non-metal. When graphite is connected to the circuit, the bulb lights up. It means that this graphite, which is a non-metal, but it conducts electricity. Safety precautions. There are some safety precautions while using electricity. Number one, we should not overload an electric socket. Number two, we should not use an appliance which has exposed wires. Number three, we should not poke anything into an electric socket. Number four, we should not leave the light switch on during changing a bulb. Number five, we should not repair an electric appliance by ourselves. Number six, we should not touch an electric appliance or switch with wet hands. Switches. Switches is used to close or open an electric circuit. In the first picture you can see when the switch is on, the gap in the circuit is closed and the electric current flow through the closed circuit and the bulb lights up. In the second picture, when the switch is off, there is a gap in the circuit and the circuit is open and no electric current flow through any part of the circuit, so the bulb does not light up. Motors and buzzers. Instead of connecting a bulb in an electric circuit, we may also connect a buzzer or a simple motor. When a buzzer is connected in an electric circuit, a buzzing sound is heard. You can see in the picture, it's a picture of the buzzer. And in the second picture, you can see a motor is connected in the electric circuit. When a motor is connected in an electric circuit, the axle of the motor spins or rotate. Your chapter electricity has been completed. Now you have to note down these questions in your copy and you have to answer the questions by your own self. I will explain the answers for you. The first question, what is an electric circuit? You know that the electric circuit is a path through which the electric current can flow. And the second question, what are the sources consisting of an electric circuit? So the sources are the battery, wires and bulbs. Define closed and open circuit. That you know that the electric circuit can flow through only a closed circuit and the path must be continuous, so this is known as a closed circuit, whereas the circuit with the gap is known as the open circuit and the electric current will not flow through an open circuit. Next question is define the short circuit. short circuit occurs when a wire is connected directly to the two ends of the battery and the electric current flow through the wires easily and the wire becomes very hot. The last question is define electrical conductor and electrical insulator. You know that the material that allow an electric current to flow through easily is known as electrical conductors, and the metals are the examples of the good electrical conductors, whereas the material that do not allow electric current to flow through easily is known as the electrical insulators, and generally non-metals are the electrical insulators. Now fill in the blanks. The first blank, dash holder and dash holder make it easier for us to connect the electric circuit. Second one is a person can get electric dash and dash if high electric current passes through the body. Number third is the material that allow an electric current to flow through easily is called an dash. Fourth one is the dash is a non-metal but it conducts electricity. Fifth blank is that electricity can also cause dash and dash. These are very easy blanks. You can solve by your own. You may take help from your textbook. Choose the best answer. Here the different options are given to you. Against each statement you have to choose the best option for the statement. The first one is the circuit with gap is called a and dash, closed circuit, open circuit or electric circuit. Second one is the a dash is used to open or close an electric circuit. Options are the switch, motor or electricity. Third one is the material that allow an electric circuit to flow through easily is called a dash. uh, Options are electrical insulators, electrical conductor or electrical shock. Fourth one is we should take safety dash when using electricity. Options are the description and precautions or none of them. Now complete the exercise given on your page number 105 of your workbook activity. You have to complete the table given on your question number 3. You have to write in the first column, you have to write the name of the materials of the objects, and in the second column you have to write yes or no for the bulb will light up or not. Now move to the page number 106. In this question number 6 you have to write the name of the materials. In the first one you have to write the materials that can conduct electricity, which is known as electrical conductor, so you have to write the name of those materials. And in the second one, in electrical insulators, you have to write the name of those materials which do not conduct electricity. Now the activity on page number 108, you have to put a tick mark in the box against the sentence which you use during electricity, and put a cross mark against the sentence while you should not do while using electricity. So these are the safety precautions. In this activity, picture is given to you. So in this picture you have to find 5 scenes, and you have to circle them in which electricity is not used safely, which shows that electricity is not used safe in this picture. So you have to circle those scenes. Activity given on your page number 111. You have to complete the table given in the question number 4. You have to write what happens when the two bulbs, when the switch is closed and when the switch is open. You have to just write your answer in the table. And the activity given on your page number 112, you have to also complete the table given in question number 5. You have to write what happened to the two bulbs when the switch is closed and what happened to the two bulbs when the switch is open. And in the 6th question, you have to answer the question that which bulb will light up when you close the switch. So you have to mention your answer in this line. The puzzle is given in your page number 114 and 115. First, you have to complete the blanks given in your page number 114. Here are the hints given to you. And after completing these blanks, write these blanks in the boxes of the puzzle given on your page number 115. Students, your chapter has been completed, and thank you for your attention.